Hey moviegoers, Dimitri Panos here, and welcome to another episode of the Cinescope, Movies Under a New Lens. In today's episode, I'll be putting Bad Boys, Ride or Die, under the Cinescope. Miami's finest are back. No, I'm not talking about Gloria Estefan. Of course I am talking about Marcus Burnett and Mike Lowrey. The two have surpassed Martin and Riggs on screen buddy, good cop, bad cop, action and detecting with Bad Boys Ride or Die, the fifth in the nearly 30-year-old franchise. Wow, 30 years! Smith and Lawrence are still doing it after all this time, and they continue to make it hilariously entertaining. Well, in their close to 30 years of being on the beat, Burnett and Lowrey have protected eyewitnesses to murder. They've cleaned up the Miami streets of drugs, and they really have been a thorn in the side of the cartels. In Ride or Die, the tables have turned. They're now being tracked down by this very same law enforcement agencies they've been the heroes for. When allegations pop up of their late captain, Captain Howard, he was killed in the last movie, when he's linked and accused of being a lifetime cartel collaborator, Lowrey and Burnett set off to invoke bad boy justice to clear their friend's legacy. In doing so, they too were thrown into the plot of being corrupt. Framed fugitives, cartel bounties on their heads, bad boys, what they gonna do? Well, this franchise has done what many have tried and died doing, overcoming a 17-year gap from Bad Boys 2 to Bad Boys for Life. And they're still entertaining worldwide moviegoers. That is pretty amazing when you think about it, and it says a lot about these characters. Look, Ride or Die doesn't reinvent the buddy cop genre wheel, but it keeps the hubcaps shiny. This is in no small part due to producer Jerry Bruckheimer and the movie's stars. Also with producer and executive producer credit, that's Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I do have to note, the Bruckheimer logo once again includes his longtime friend and producing partner, the late Don Simpson. I find it very admirable. I also view it with a pang of nostalgia, because when the movie biz was very different in how movies were packaged and put together and produced. Simpson and Bruckheimer made stars out of many, including Smith and Lawrence, and they delivered some of the best popcorn entertainment that rivals much of what we even watch today. You can't out-bay Michael Bay, who also went from music video director to big screen bayhem with Bad Boys. Directors Adil El-Arbi and Bilal Falal, billed as Adil and Bilal, do their absolute best to not come off as cheap knockoffs. So indeed, their sweeping camera moves, their slow motion and close-ups are more a homage to a master of disaster, not unlike Brian De Palma's love and imitation, say Alfred Hitchcock. The directing duo managed to keep the action fresh-looking and kinetic, so it overcomes screenplay weakness and cliche. As for set pieces, there are at least 3 that are riveted with bullets, speed, and comedy. But as for cliche, well, there are also 3 plot points where you can point to other movies that you've seen this from. Number 1, there have been too many titles to mention who have featured a video of a deceased character saying, "Hey, if you're watching this, it means I'm dead." 2, there's a shoot the hostage moment taken right out of Speed. 3, and the fugitive, or fugitives in this case, have a huge bounty on their heads and they're being hunted by every underground criminal in Miami That may be a plot point taken from, say, I don't know, the John Wick movies. Like I said, Bad Boys Ride or Die doesn't reinvent the wheel, but direction and performance make it a fun ride to take. While so much has changed as to what is acceptable and liked in movies today, the chemistry of Smith and Lawrence endures. I believe it's because it's so natural. As Burnett and Lowry, they are a comedic duo. Smith being the straight man to Lawrence's animated reactions. Both also know how to deliver comedic line, and they for sure know comedic timing. And with this fifth outing, the two showcase a comfort which translates off the big screen into the movie-going audience. In other words, you know what you're getting, and Smith and Lawrence don't disappoint. So long as they look to be having fun and not just collecting that paycheck, the moviegoer will go along and have fun too. The supporting cast, many of whom are holdovers from the last installment. Remember, the team Lowry and Burnett are now a part of the Advanced Miami Metro Operations, or AMMO team. Well, given bigger roles are Vanessa Hudgens as Kelly and Alexander Ludwig as tech geek with a heart, Dorn. Both contribute to the action and humor. Paola Nunez as Rita, the leader of the pack, is also back. Rita proves to be solid allies with Burnett and Lowry. Of course, Joe Pantoliano is also back from the dead as Captain Howard. I admit, I do miss more of a presence of him in these movies. His rantings in between gulps of Pepto were comedy gold. His video appearance can't compete with his in-person persona, but it's good to see him here. Have to figure he's enjoyed being in these movies as much as he enjoys cashing the paycheck for him to come back. Jacob Scipio as Armando, Lowry's son, is given more to do. Scipio is given the chance to be more than just a disgruntled son. I enjoyed watching him here, more so than even in Bad Boys for Life. But the supporting cast MVP goes to Dennis Green as Burnett's son-in-law, Reggie. Reggie finally gets off the couch, and Green exhibits some action and comedic chops. He earned his audience's applause. If Bad Boys Ride or Die were to be the last installment, I'd be okay with it. If they were to make another, I'd be okay with that too. Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett deserve a proper send-off, and please, you don't have to kill them off. They can retire and be bad best friends for life. Bad Boys Ride or Die may not be a ride to die for, but even if the tire treads and are showing some wear and tear, getting in the car for a packy run is still a lot of fun. I give Bad Boys Ride or Die 3 fingers. It's A-OK summer fun that's as comfortable as that popcorn bucket you have sitting in your lap. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Hey, please like and subscribe and comment. I leave comments open. What did you think of Bad Boys Ride or Die? Where do you place it in the 5 Bad Boys movies? And what are your thoughts of 30 years? Lawrence and Martin still doing it. I think it's great. I have a lot of fun. I hope you do too, and I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you. I will have more movie reviews in the days and weeks ahead. Thanks for tuning in.